As this year nears its end, it's safe to say we're all still here, and for all the bluster of wannabe strongmen, we'll still be here after their movement is reduced to a footnote in history. So let's take a look at the movie that embodies that while cruelty can often be the point, incompetence dulls it to a blunt nub. On its 40th anniversary, let's open up the Terry Gilliam classic, Brazil. Though not a huge hit, it was highly acclaimed and is now seen as one of Gilliam's best films. Effectively, the script, which Terry wrote alongside Tom Stoppard, Charles McCone, and uncredited Charles Alverson, is something Universal Orwell's 1984 adaptations. While that story is about nobody realizing they're in a dystopia until it's too late, this one is about everyone about already knowing that and being too indifferent to care. Presentation is a key factor in that, while Ingsoc focused less on innovation, more on control and function. Central Services has tech that looks stylish, has riddled with glitches that are critical to the plot. The opening scene and citing incident are caused by a routine clerical error from a literal bug in the system. Our lead is Sam Lowry, played by Jonathan Pryce. He's a desk jockey for the Ministry of Information, where everything from calling a repairman to prosecuting a criminal is hampered by incompetence and enough paperwork to fill Albert Hall. Not really a stretch anymore. Of course, though he openly admits he's not qualified for promotion to a higher office in information retrieval, his peers won't have any of it. Two major ones are the director Kurtzman, played by Ian Holm, and his mother Ida, played by Katherine Hellmond. Her cosmetic surgery addiction is important to the plot as it is madly absurd. Certainly not a stretch today, given how Law's influences look, so it wouldn't have passed any of them to wear a shoe for a hat nowadays. The clerical error snowballs from there. Not only did an innocent man get arrested and executed at his family's expense, but two people working to bring down the ministry slipped through the cracks. Hiding in plain sight is Sam's apartment building. Harry Tuttle, played by Camille Leon like Robert De Niro, his distinctive face is there, though his voice is not, and Jill Layton, played by Kim Greist. Artistically, it's a distinctive vision of the future. The combined talents of editor Julian Doyle, director of photography Roger Pratt, and production designer Norman Garwood have given form to a setting that combines elements of different locations and time periods that adds the story tremendously. Especially like Sam's minuscule car being contrasted with massive military police trucks, and how everywhere from the minister's office to a synthetic gourmet restaurant use lots and lots of duck tubes. Sam's journey is also juxtaposed with a series of fantasy sequences. Though he tells everyone he's content where he is, in reality he fantasizes about being a superhero, fighting rogue people in infant masks, with the leader wearing imposing samurai armor. As film continues, Sam's grip on reality gets looser every day. He's eventually forcing the promotion he never wanted against his will. Moreover, Tuttle and Layton are not only still at large, their connection to Sam is being investigated by Jack Lent, played by the late, great Michael Palin. One recurring motif is the song that the movie shares its title with, has multiple arrangements used from its original recording to a series of pieces from late composer Michael Kamen. It's a rare example where there isn't a single sequence of music that clashes with the story's intent at all. I especially like how the film is functionally a deconstructed parody of dystopian science fiction. Not every deconstruction is serious, and this is a highly effective black comedy. A young woman Sam daydreams about rescuing. She is coldly professional and is interested in him as anything more than a patsy. Dystopian system and bread and circuses distractions. They can't apprehend a single person without mountains of receipts and red tape. And the free market is so omnipresent that not even shopping centers being bombed can prevent last-minute bride pickups. Stormtroopers dressed in totem cloth uniforms that can barely carry a tune in choir, let alone menace anyone worthwhile. Also, Given how some people debate this, I personally count any movie set during the season a Christmas movie. In this case, the excessive consumerism even for the 80s, the red and green lights, revolutionaries setting off bombs while dressed as Father Christmas, what they call Santa Claus across a pond, it all adds to darkly humorous satire. Sam ends up getting caught by information retrieval, using what Sam thinks is his mother's wake as a trap. In reality, is one of his mother's fair-weather friends that died in a botched cosmetic surgery procedure, and Sam's mother feigns ignorance while posing as one of the mourners. Though the studio initially ended the movie with the infamous Love Conquers All ending, Gilliam fought back at every turn, even taking out full-page ads, lambasting them for the decision. Pre-social media had to do it the old-fashioned way. That version of rarity, the director's original ending being the one of most releases nowadays. Sam is externally lobotomized and the mindless cog in the machine the ministry always wanted, while internally, he's the hero of the story he always wanted to be. With this, the movie cements itself as a surreal and subversive masterpiece. This movie has secured its legacy as both eerily prescient and darkly humorous for the last 4 decades. In both fiction and reality, oppression and incompetence are not mutually exclusive. Far from it. Only in 2025 could a project be proposed as a quote-unquote blueprint that's so costly and impractical would collapse on its own weight if it was done as intended, let alone ran through so quick it goes down like a 72 Pinto. Though the head of Universal at the time was skeptical about the appeal of the original UK cut, distributed by Fox instead, the acclaim that version got at private screenings Gilliam hosted convinced him otherwise. It's not the first time this happened, nor the last, and it's easily every bit as eerily prescient and darkly humorous now as it was in 1985. My final rating of this movie is 4 out of 4. Thank you all for your support, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care.